Hello all, my name is Vivek Gaurav and today we shall solve some problems on C++ loops. This discussion is a part of an overall course on C++ where we shall take up a number of problems and solve them. This course is oriented towards placement preparation where similar kind of questions are being asked. So let us have a look at some of those problems. So let me share my screen with all of you and I believe you can see the screen. Right? Great. So now let's go ahead. Okay. So let us have a look at the first question. And the question is, what will be the output of the following program? And it is int I is equal to 30 is there, one part. And then we have here we have int I is equal to 30. Then here we have int I is equal to 10. And there in the loop variable, it is I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. So you will think like, okay, the loop is going to run 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is total of 5 times, right? 5 times the loop will run. This is what most of the people will think. But then again, when they enter the loop, they find that int I is equal to 20 is also there, right? What is the use of this? So they might feel like there is some kind of compiler error that most of the people will think like, okay, it is going to give you a compiler error, or it is going into an infinite loop, because every time the loop goes outside, the value will be 0, it comes inside, it will be 20. So it is never getting increased, right? But here what happens is that there are two kind of variables that we are coming across. One, the loop variable, which is the outside part, which you can see in the for loop statement here. And then we have another variable called I, which is 20. So the correct output, if you will have a look, it is going to be the third one, option C. The reason being is that when int I is equal to 20 is there, that is initialized in the body of the loop. So it considers the value I is equal to 20 inside the loop only. And for the loop control, the I declared outside is used and the loop run 5 times. So the output that you're going to get is that 20 and then 20 and then 20 and then 20 and then 20. So 20 will get printed 5 times. That was indeed a tricky question. Okay, so let us have a look at the another question. So here, what will be the output of the following program? It's a very straightforward question. For int I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. So the loop is going to run 10 times. It is you're printing I. So yeah, the output will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 9, right? Most of the people will go with option A because it looks very straightforward. But here you are missing one important thing, and that is the semicolon which is there at the end of the for statement, right? If you know that if you give a semicolon at the end of the for statement, what happens is that only the variable count is getting increased, right? So what will happen is that by the time the loop comes out, the loop is over, the for loop is over, the value of I will be 10, because then only the loop will come out, right? So what will happen is that you will only get a print statement of 10. So the correct answer is going to be the option B. Okay. For a loop with a semicolon is called as bodiless for loop. It is used only for incrementing the variable values. So in this program, the value is incremented and printed as 10 because that's what the value of I is when the loop is coming out, when the loop got over. Okay, so that was again a tricky question. Most of the time either people miss it or they will feel like nothing is going to get executed and they will leave it as it is. But here the trick was the semicolon, that what happens when you give a semicolon at the end of the for statement. Okay, let us look at another question, and it is like what will be the output of the following program? And here you have values of E is equal to 11, B is equal to 12, C is equal to 10. Now here it is written if B. So most of the people will get confused over here itself, that what is the meaning of this part? What is if B? Okay, so if B basically means if, what is the value of B? 12. So if 12, and this will always be true. Okay, so if 12, if 10, if 9, if there is only one value inside the if condition, that will always be true, right? So what will happen after that? B plus plus. So now what is the value of B becoming? From 12, it became 13. That is the value of B we have. Okay. Now for b is equal to 0, b less than 5, b plus plus. We are coming in this for loop. Okay. Now here what is happening is that the loop is running 5 times, and every time I'm increasing the value of a by 1. So from 11 it will become 12, from 12 it will become 13, from 13 it will become 14, from 14 it will become 15, and then it will become 16, because the loop is going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 times. Okay. Now what is the output? C out a plus c. So basically a is what now? Sorry, just a second. So what is the value of a now? The value of a is, I'll write over here. Okay. So the value of A is 16, and then we are seeing, we are A plus C. So what is the value of C now? The value of C is 10. So what will be the output? 26. So that is the correct answer. Okay. Now just have a look at it. If you do not execute the if part, you will execute the else part here, right? And here it will, you will increase the value of A by 1. So that will lead to a different answer. Your answer will come out to be 27, which is not correct as per the program, because as per the program, this part is supposed to get executed, because if B is always true. Okay, so here are the steps. The condition if B will get true, that's what we discussed. After that, the compiler will come down to the for loop, and there the loop will increment the value of A by 5. So from 11, it became 16, right? And then thus the value of A will become 16. And finally, A plus C will be printed as 16, because 16 plus 10 will result to 26. So the final output is going to be 26. Okay. So basically what happens is that, okay, let me stop share my screen and switch off the video. Okay, I hope you can see me, right? Great. So now what happens is that most of the time, the questions that are based on the loops or the conditional statement or searching and sorting are not direct questions in the interview. Most of the time they do a bit of trick. They include a bit of trick, and they just want to know whether you are clear with the basics or not. And these kind of questions are those questions which you can answer only when you are very clear with the basics of the loops or with the conditional statement. Is even a small kind of error, or you are trying to mug them up, you are trying to memorize them, then you will obviously not be able to answer them. So the whole idea of this course is to give you the basic knowledge of everything and discuss lots and lots of questions which are usually being asked in the interviews, so that you are fully prepared and your confidence is on higher level. Okay, so during the course, we shall work on similar problems and questions asked in the test and interviews by the company, so that you are fully prepared. So I hope you register for the online course, and I wish to see all of you in our online courses. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.